Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I thought I would do a timeless reading. So, whenever you see this, this will apply to you or could apply to you. I'm going to ask the universe, what would it like to communicate to you right now? So, oh, a card just fell out already. So, I'm just going to leave that be. Now, remember, not every message is going to necessarily resonate. However, if it does, please do let me know in the comments below. Okay, so whoops, that was my fault. What would the universe like to communicate to the collective, please? I love it when cards fall on their own, and that just tells me that spirit really wants me to acknowledge those cards. And okay, lots have fallen out. Well, not lots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see what we have here, and then we can piece it all together. So we have the Five of Swords. Now, this is the Enchanted Tarot by the ever so talented and lovely Monty Farber and Amy Zerner. Sorry. I'm like, what am I thinking about here? I know who these guys are because my first tarot deck was this deck. This is the Enchanted Tarot. There's the same one called the Zerner Farber Tarot, and I digress. So this is the Five of Swords, and this is all about a sense of feeling defeated, a sense of defeatism. And so something in your life right now, overthinking, causing you a lot of stress, causing you a lot of anxiety. There's something going on where you feel like you're just being beaten down and you just can't seem to catch a break, okay? This can also be a bully card. So maybe somebody's trying to have their way with you in not a very nice way. I guess when you say have your way, that isn't typically a very positive connotation of it, right? So, wow, okay, the Seven of Swords. Remember, swords is all about the mind. This is about kind of sneaky, underhanded behavior, but it's also about strategy and strategizing and trying to find the best possible plan of action for you in order to be successful, in order for you to move to the next step, in order for you to come to terms with whatever is happening right now. So interesting. These are, I don't want to say like bad cards or anything like that, but you could be encountering defeat right now. You could be encountering opposition. You're just, maybe this could be a work thing, right? It could be in a relationship, a friendship, a romance. It could be with your hobby, you're just not, it's just not working out the way you had always hoped. And this is sort of what the current energies are trying to tell us now. We also have the moon. The moon is very moody, very emotional. The moon is this uncertainty that's kind of hanging over you. So there's a lot of mental strife that's causing emotional imbalance, emotional unrest. We have, wow, another swords card. I'm going to show all the cards at once together. This is the Four, though. This is like, you need a break. You need a mental vacation, like a mental retreat. Whether you meditate or write in a journal or write songs or paint or, whatever your could be creative outlet is, or your own outlet for your own physical health, mental well-being, and all of it, because it all just ties in together. This is what is necessary and needed. It doesn't mean that there aren't challenges still hovering. It doesn't mean that, by doing this, they're just going to vanish. But it means that you're going to recharge, re-energize, regroup, revive your soul. You're going to just give yourself a reprieve, right? You need a little bit of rest in order to get back in the game and start rethinking new strategies and new ways of dealing with things that may be of some challenge, right? And the last card is Temperance. So we have the moon and Temperance as the two major arcana cards or energies, and it's about balancing the emotions and not being so reactive. We don't have any wands, so there isn't that kind of reactive like fire energy, but we do have 1, 2, and 3 swords cards. So definitely this is in the mental realm. This is something that is giving us some food for thought because it's not coming easy. Okay. And if it resonates, you'll know what that means to you. Okay. This is about balancing the emotions. Okay. This is about incorporating some kind of mindfulness or some kind of sort of ritual or routine that is going to help improve the state of your mind and overall mental health and well-being. Okay, it's very important in getting mental health here. I love the temperance because it's about balance and harmony and just tempering everything you're doing in your life, not going to one extreme to the next and doing things in excess. And it's just not going to serve you in the end. And it's about keeping those emotions, not keeping them in by any means, because we need to, it's cathartic to release those emotions, right? To get it out there, to express ourselves. But let's do it in a way that we're not quick to act. Let's give it some thought, right? Let's give it some mind and peace of mind, and that way we can maybe think clearly. Sometimes when you're feeling so anxious and anxiety ridden and stressed and overwhelmed, it's really hard to think clearly, right? The clouds are just completely blocking your way. It's important to let the clouds clear a little bit. And the only way that you can do that is by taking care of yourself first and foremost. So I also like temperance because to me, it speaks of beauty and art. Take some time, maybe take the afternoon off if you can afford to. Okay, take yourself to an art gallery or a museum or your favorite coffee shop or the library, or just take a stroll down the street or go to a park or some kind of conservation area, green space. I love to sometimes take my shoes off, walk barefoot on the grass, on the ground, and just ground yourself. The ground is very powerful, just as the sea is and the ocean and all these big, beautiful, naturally God-given, nature blessed, you know what I'm trying to say? Like landmarks, or not landmarks, but like land and sea and all the rest, like all these natural elements are just, they're there for us to hone in on and like absorb and just take from it the most beautiful of its energy, because that's what's going to recenter us and ground us and make us feel whole again and make us feel calm and make us feel okay, we got this. And you have this, you got this. You just have to be aware of how you're feeling right now, what you're thinking, get those thoughts down, journal. Okay, journal. You're on a night journey, a journey of the soul. You need to somehow figure out a way where you can make sense of what's going on and then start planning for the next steps to take. So you have a strategy. Strategizing is key here in this reading. Okay? Maybe you felt like you were always behind the 8 ball. Well, now you're going to come back from this mental rest. Okay? Maybe convalescence. Maybe you haven't been well and you need to rest and you need to recuperate, and you're going to come back stronger, more clear-headed, and ready to tackle whatever situation it is that you're dealing with right now. Let me know if this resonates, and I hope everyone, whenever you're seeing this, has a beautiful day, night, and I'll see you guys all really soon.